my name's Jacinta. I'm a speech pathologist here at Chatterboxes, and I'm here today to talk to you about an everyday strategy that we use with our children to help build their speech and language. This is known as modelling. Modelling is a natural way we all learn, whether it be speech, language, sport, singing, or even how to draw. A model allows us to hear and see the way we should be doing things. To help our children learn, it is important that we are providing speech and language models that they should be using throughout the day. For example, when a child points to an apple and looks at you, we know without them saying anything that they want the apple. So we might model, apple, yes, you want the apple. Sometimes modelling will come easily, and sometimes we have to think about it a bit more. So today I'm going to give you examples of some different types of modelling that you can do at home to help your child. These will include self-talk, parallel talk, expansion, and recasting. So first, let's talk about self-talk. This involves talking aloud with your child about what you are doing. An example of this could be when you're making a sandwich. You could say, Mummy needs to make a sandwich. What does Mummy need? I need to get the bread, the butter, the jam, and so on. Please note, self-talk is only going to be effective if your child is engaged with you. There's no point talking about what you are doing if your child isn't paying any attention. The next type of modelling is parallel talk. This is when you talk about what your child is seeing or doing or hearing. You want to talk about it from their perspective. Once again, you want your child to be engaged. This means good eye contact, listening, and focus on you. An example of parallel talk could be when your child is playing with their cars. You could say, oh, vroom, vroom, vroom. Here's a fast car. We're gonna race the cars. Oh, I want the red car. So talking about what your child is doing, engaging in their activity. The next example of modelling is expansion. This is when you use the sentence your child has already said and expand on it, or make it longer. For example, your child says, apple. You could expand on this by saying, I want apple, or yes, more apple, depending on the circumstance. The last model is called recasting. This is when you repeat a sentence that your child has made, but you correct errors that they may have made in their sentence. For example, your child says, I goed to the park. You would then recast that sentence by saying, yes, I went to the park, with a slight emphasis on the error that your child has made. When recasting, it is important that you provide your model directly after the child has spoken, but in a natural way so that it does not interrupt the flow of the conversation. Overall, when modelling, it is also important that you don't ask your child to repeat back anything that you've said. If your child freely copies your model, that's fantastic and exactly what we want. When your child does this, or when they start to use your model freely throughout the day, we want to make sure we provide lots of praise. Always praise your child for attempting to speak or follow your model. An example of this praise may be, high five, great work, I love the way you're talking. Try to make your praise specific, meaningful, and let it flow on into more conversation. An example of this may be, great talking, high five, you are making great sentences, and continue on from there. On that positive note, that wraps up our video on modelling for today. And if you liked this video today, just click the subscribe link below to find out more updates. Thank you.